Hello everybody, Lord Almighty here. Today is Sunday, October 11th, 2020, and if you watched my last video, it was pretty low in the fish catching department. And the previous time I had gone muskie fishing, it started a stretch where I wasn't able to catch much of anything for about a month or so. So instead of falling into that trap again, I decided to get right back into it and come to this pond, which is normally good for several bites throughout the course of the day. Plus, we have cloudy skies and we have some rain coming in later today, so I'm hoping that these pre-front conditions will be good for capitalizing on some kind of a feeding window. And of course, upon saying that, means I'll probably get skunked, because that's how these things normally work, don't they? But we'll see. Is that a fish? If it is, it's really small. Oh my goodness, it is. Look at this. Look at that. Wow. He's barely bigger than the Rapala that caught him. Well, you got guts, little guy. I'll give you that. There we go. That doesn't feel like a dink. Still not very big, but it's an upgrade. He hit it hard too. No doubt about it. Easy, buddy. Alrighty. Getting a little bit bigger. Oof, you hit that one quick. I think I might have foul hooked this dude. Yep, hooked him right in the back. Sorry about that. There we go. Another little guy. That's kind of the way it is at this place. You'll get bites, but you get a lot of these kind of fish. If you're lucky, you'll get a 1 to 2 pounder thrown into the mix, but they're mostly going to be pretty small. Well, there is such a difference between throwing around this medium light spinning gear and hucking around musky lures for hours. Man, my shoulder was shredded yesterday when I got home. It still feels sore, but this outfit isn't too hard on the shoulder, so I can push through that, especially since the bite seems to be on. There we go. Another little guy, I can just ski right in here. Boy, he attacked that bait, man. He wanted it. Easy. Oops. I think he might have gotten all 3 hooks in him. Alright, racking up the numbers. Still have yet to make a dent in the size department. Oh, here we go. Looks like the locals love that wacky rig Senko. It's in rough shape. I might be able to do something with that. Let's give it a rinse. And save that for later. There we go. That's actually the first bite I've had in a little while. On this pond, if you go 15 or 20 minutes without a bite, you're starting to feel like something's wrong. But now, all is right with the world. I have a fish, if you could call it that. Smallest one yet, guys. Oops, oh, and off he flops. Little size comparison here. Oh, he went away. He was a little shy. He didn't want to live through the embarrassment of going after a lure that was almost as big as he was. Alright, well, the action on that minnow plug slowed way down. So what I did was I took that Senko that I found earlier and I cut the back half off and I made a Ned rig out of it. So I'm going to toss this around. I'm going to see if this slower moving presentation can't coax a few more biters. For those of you wondering, I was able to find a more cost-effective source for mushroom heads than Z-Man. So go ahead and keep charging your exorbitant prices, Z-Man, because I am not a slave to your corporate greed. Ooh, there's a big bass right there. I say big, he's like maybe 2 pounds, but definitely bigger than anything I've seen so far today. See if he'll bite this. Nope, he appears uninterested because he is gone. Well, absolutely no interest at all on that Ned rig. I don't know, maybe these fish just are not in a bottom feeding mood today. So, I'm going to tie on the old silver spinner. I've done pretty well with this lure here in the past, so I'm 99% sure I should get some bites on this. There we go. Don't jump and shake it. Oh, looks like you're frozen mid-jump here. There we go. Fish of the day so far, for whatever that's worth. Okay. Oh, he smacked into my boot. Oh, there we go. Well, unlike all the other fish I've been getting, this one hit it really close to shore. This one's got some lipstick. This looks like a fish you'd catch in the spring. Except for the fact that he's skinny as a rail. Oh, well guys, the bite has definitely slowed down quite a bit. I'm not 100% sure why. The wind direction has shifted a little bit. It was blowing that way, now it's blowing more like this way. But that's not a huge change considering none of the other conditions have changed. But anyway, whatever, it is what it is. So when the fishing conditions get tough, I like to throw around the Kitech swim bait on the jig head. There we go. Fish on, finally. Been a while since I switched over to this bait. Another dink, but it's action. There we go. He hit that one pretty close in. He hit it a lot bigger than his size. Let's just say that. I thought I had a decent fish, but nope. Another little peanut. Starting to spit a little rain right now. That might be waking these fish up. That's the second bite I've had in the past few minutes. You got it way down in there too. Alright. Well, it'd be nice if things would pick up a little bit. Bite has been pretty up and down today. Started out what I would call average, then it turned into a struggle, and now it looks like it might be picking back up a little bit. Is that a fish? It is. Another little guy. Took me a second to realize it was something alive. Okay, there we go. Once again, he really took it deep. Oh, there we go. Boy, that's so weird. They come up to jump and then they just die. They just give up halfway. Definitely anticlimactic. Makes them easier to reel in, but sometimes you want them to put on a little bit of a show. There we go. Let's see if we can get him to jump. There we go. All right. One of the bigger fish of the day. Still not in keeper territory, but I'll take it. There we go. He was sitting right in this little deep pocket here. Got the wind blowing right in here. Got a deep depression right over here. This is the kind of place where you would expect the fish to just stack up. You would expect it, but this really isn't the kind of pond where the fish really relate to specific spots. They're mostly just like transient schools of 3 and 4 fish that you just run into. You know, you'll get one here, one there, 2 here. It's not often that you'll be able to stand in one spot and get like 4 or 5 bites. There we go. Fish on. Bite has definitely picked up. The rain has stopped for the moment, but the bite has definitely picked up. Just wish they were a little bigger. Well, just like that, the bite has shut down again. And considering I've already worked around almost all of this pond, I think I'm gonna call it right here. So it was a weird bite today. Started out good, then nothing much for a while. Then it started raining and things heated up real quick and fish were just choking on that swim bait. And then the rain stopped and things cooled off again. So yeah, looks like the weather had a big impact on today's fishing. Wound up catching overall probably less than I would on what I would call an average day at this pond. But I still got my fair share of bites and certainly caught a lot more fish today than I did yesterday. And I was certainly glad that I was able to reverse the skunking and not go another month without catching anything film-worthy. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next adventure.